Oh, good. It stayed pretty well lined up, actually. I'm pleasantly surprised in every aspect.
Hey, yippee!
Yippee! Oh, it'd help if I would stop the music. Shut up. Shut up, smooth jazz. I didn't ask for you. I mean, I did, but not anymore. Anyway, hello, everybody. Welcome into the cafe. As always, I am Barista, your hostess with the mostest. And as always, Barista is not just my title, it is also my name. And once again, we are joined by our esteemed patron and friend of the cafe, a Supernova EX, or just Nova, if you don't have the time. And we're gonna try to go to prom again.
Because why not?
Because why not? I'll tell you why. Yes. MonsterCon, aka Monster Prom 4, is coming out on Thursday? Thursday. Yeah.
Yep.
Thursday. Turn that up.
God, I can't wait.
Well, you're gonna have to.
I know.
Yeah, let me see. They have an active countdown going. You have to wait approximately 1 day and 13 hours.
So it's probably coming out around like maybe 1 o'clock my time.
But yeah, I'm thinking. That's that.
I say my time as if you're not in the same time zone.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Also, hello, Hadai. Thanks. Me, I had it all lined up perfectly. Also, me is still sitting over here futzing about with it anyway. Meh. Details.
Caffeine, yeah, baby!
Whoa! Well, thank you. Well, thank you very much for the sub, Hadai. I do appreciate it. Thank you for your patronage at the cafe. It is greatly appreciated. Hope you enjoy all those other hot, fresh emotes that you now have access to. All courtesy of the lovely Nova here. I guess if we're going to prom, we better get on with it. You know, prom dress shopping is always a fucking hassle and a half.
Yeah, no, that's why I'm going with a tux. It's probably less of a hassle.
And the fact of getting like suits and or tuxedos is they're more reusable, for lack of a better term.
Yeah.
Because, like, if you have a suit or a tux, you can just reuse that for almost any occasion. If anything, you just have to, like, get a different tie or something like that to go with it.
Yeah.
But if you buy a dress, you're very hard-pressed to make it work for multiple things.
Yeah, unless it's specifically designed to be worked for multiple things.
Mm-hmm. Or it's, like, exactly the kind of, like, style and color that you can wear to multiple occasions outside of, you know. But that's not the kind of thing you think about when you're thinking of getting a fucking prom dress.
No, it is not.
Which is the coolest mythological creature? The invisible hand of the free market, ew. A sphinx who's super turned up and ready to party, and she raps all her riddles. She still kills you if you don't answer them correctly, but she raps the riddles. And this weird creature I drew when I was 6, and which is clearly super derivative from my other mythological creatures, but it's super cool, and it's my OC and my spirit animal, okay? For some reason, I'm reminded of this nightmare I had when I was like 6 that Dracula came and set our house on fire. Not like Castlevania Dracula or anything. Also, Castlevania Dracula did nothing wrong. His only crime was loving his wife.
Louder for those in the back.
Castlevania Dracula did nothing wrong, and his only crime was loving his wife. Nah, this was more of a, generic kind of Dracula who vaguely looked like the fucking Count from Sesame Street, except not as handsome. Yeah, he set our house on fire.
Wow.
Except for some reason I had cool fucking telekinetic powers and I was just able to pull each room out of the fire, like, one by one, and just put it on the front lawn, and Dracula was fucking pissed. He was like, curses, foiled again! He was very dramatic about it. And mind you, I had this dream over 20 years ago. Still remember it plain as day.
The only dream I remember having is, we were looking for my little brother's, 3DS XL, and nobody could find it.
Mm-hmm.
And then this night, for one particular night, I dreamt that I had found it within the basement couch. So the next day, I go look in the basement couch, and it was there.
That wasn't a dream, that was just a premonition.
It definitely was, because the couch was in mid being destroyed and sawed up.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
So it's definitely a good thing you found it when you did.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm just thinking about all the other weird kinds of dreams I've had at various points in my life, and it's like, if dreams are supposed to be like premonitions of our future and stuff, what the fuck kind of drugs am I on? Ain't no way Chris Hemsworth is gonna be my husband and chase me through a hospital. Not that I'd want him to be, but still.
Yeah, no, the few dreams I do remember having, well, I would like some of them to come true. Others can just, stay in the corner.
We don't talk about those ones.
We don't talk about Bruno.
No, no, no. We do talk about, which of the following the coolest reality show would be, though. How's that for a segue? That was as smooth as cold butter. That is to say, not at all.
I thought that was pretty smooth.
I'm glad one of us did. The coolest reality show would be 8 rich people fight in weekly challenges to see who's the best at giving money to you. I mean, I would like to be a participant on that.
Same. I'm doing alright, but still, who wouldn't
want
like
that?
it? Exactly.
I figure the winner of who's the best at giving money to you is the one that not necessarily gives you the most, but makes it the most useful, for lack of a better term.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, now I'm thinking about this too hard. This is not a thing to be thinking hard about.
No, it's not.
12 experts on the various arts of seduction live in a house where they must face a common challenge: seducing a potato into marriage. Somehow. I mean, according to this magazine, it's already a thing, and it's on season 6. I'd watch it. I want to see who this potato's gonna have eyes for.
I would watch it just to learn more, just to learn ways of flirting, because it's like go back to the previous seasons, see who won, look at their technique. Because if it works on a potato, it would work on a person.
Potatoes are far more useful and wonderful than people, though.
People as a whole, yes, but certain individuals.
Okay, fair.
Yeah.
But most people, a majority of Earth's population, I would pick a potato over them.
Same.
Like, even even if it was like a shitty, rotten, moldy potato, I would pick the potato.
Same, because at least then you can like use the potato for compost.
Use the potato for compost, see if there's any live parts of it that you can regrow. I don't know, there's so many ways to use a potato.
You can use like create electricity circuit things.
You can. You just need some like copper wire and like a piece of zinc and a light bulb. Which makes me think, how far have you read into Sunrise on the Reaping?
Like 3 pages.
Okay. Never mind then.
Yeah, I want to savor it. I want to take my time with it.
As you should. It's very tasty. Like, I literally finished reading it. I might go back and reread it again.
Oh, you have it.
I have it and I finished it.
Nice.
Then what I did was I picked up a Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes and I just finished that.
Oh, I have read that one.
Yeah, I went and did it backwards.
I'd say the only ones you have to worry about reading in order are the original 3.
That is true. That is very true. To my credit, I did do that, but that was over 10 years ago.
Better than me. I've seen the movies. I did not read the books when they first came out, and now, of course, I'm an adult who has to, pay bills and stuff. I will eventually get the original 3, but I want them in book form, not in ebook form.
Right. I mean, you could also always find your local library probably has them too.
Probably, but I want to own them. I want.
Yeah, but how do you know whether or not you'll like it first?
Well, I like the movies.
Okay, fair enough.
I liked the movies. I liked Ballads of Songbirds and Snakes. I liked the clips of the movie I've seen of it.
I keep forgetting that they've made a movie of that one and that the movie for Sunrise on the Reaping is already announced for like next year.
Oh, that is awesome.
At least I think that's the case. I don't exactly recall. It's either next year or the year after.
Still though.
The point is, movie is happening.
Yippee!
Yippee! And the final option of the coolest reality show, I already know what my answer is going to be, but I'm going to read it anyway. People in positions of power must face all sorts of questions relevant to their field, and if they fail, they lose their jobs and society wins. I would honestly probably watch that too, but I still want to learn how to seduce a potato. Yeah, right now the current set release date for Sunrise on the Reaping movie is next November.
You know what? Yeah, I'm all right with money. I definitely. I too would like to learn how to seduce a potato and actual people.
I would like to learn how to seduce a potato and other sentient beings.
Yes.
What's the title of your autobiography? How to succeed at everything and look fabulous trying. My parents think I'm cute and so should you. Manual of instructions how to properly experience life. Gee, I wonder who that's for. When Garfield Met Naruto, a story of how I fell in love with forbidden ships. The art of punching life in its dumb fucking face. What? I barely have the patience to read a book, dude, let alone write one. Well, I said I mentioned earlier that I wanted to go for Zoe this run, so, when Garfield Met Naruto.
Yeah. I just...
What criteria would you use to name your children? non-heteronormative name to give them the freedom to define themselves on their own terms. Meh, no name, it's just too much work. Something simple and friendly like Bobby or Mary. My name plus the second. Just a swear word, or I will research for a name that is pun-proof and joke-proof. No one will pick on them.
Huh.
See, I don't know which one, if any of these, would be an option for her, but I like this one the most, honestly.
I don't think any of these are.
I don't either.
I'm gonna be so unoriginal. I also like this one.
Why am I not surprised that's the Liam answer?
Oh yeah, no, that definitely. I saw that coming from a mile away.
But that last one about finding a joke-proof or nickname-proof name
was very.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It God damn it, words. Hello?
Words, English.
No, not even words. Why is my game... Okay. It wasn't doing the thing. So I feel like above most else, Zoe values creativity. But I also feel like I need to be a bit more bold. So I have, like, no boldness.
Yeah.
But yeah, that last one about finding a joke-proof name reminded me of a thing that happened when one of my friends had her first kid.
Oh?
Yeah. So, the kid's first name is just, like, the father of her kid and her dad's names put together. She was like, oh, it's foolproof. There's no way you can make fun of this. First time, meeting this kid a few months after he's born, I'm sitting there holding him, giving him his bottle, whatever. I looked at him, I looked at her, I looked back at him, came up with a nickname, that fit his name, like, immediately right off. She was so fucking mad. She was like, God damn it, son of a bitch! I mean, she had to have known if anybody was gonna come up with anything, it would have been me. And somehow it stuck because it, at least at home, by like his mom and his stepdad and stuff, he lets people call him that.
Nice. That's both the fun and kind of sad thing about my name is that there really aren't any good nicknames for Nova, and that aren't traditional nicknames, but rather just do the opposite and make the name longer.
Mm-hmm.
So if someone came up with something clever, I'd be intrigued.
I wonder if people call you the title of that one Chapel Roan song. Do they call you Red Wine Supernova?
No one has yet. I'm surprised.
There, I've spoken it into the universe.
See, are you claiming that one?
Eh. I'm not necessarily claiming it, I'm just speaking it into existence. The same way I'm cutting class and just hanging out in the bathrooms because I respect no authority. I guess some people just want to watch the world burn by skipping class and hanging out in the bathrooms. You give 0 shits but gain 2 boldness. Everyone's favorite Eldritch Cutie Patootie runs up to you, tentacles twitching with excitement. Oh, fuck. She hasn't shown up yet at all in any of our runs so far, so, like, nobody has... We have no voice for her. Oh, you got this? Okay.
Yeah. Marista, did you hear? Did you hear? TV streaming platform
Trademark.
is rebooting. What?
That's what the TM is. Trademark.
Is rebooting senior regular Samurai Frogs. I'm so excited. Like, OMG!
seeing your regular samurai frogs. It almost works. Oh, this fucking guy.
Oh, God.
AMP is right. Oh, miserable gods of TV. Why do you keep doing this to us? They're going to ruin SRSF for the next generation. Just like when SJWs hijacked Human Hunters and they made that all-female reboot, and now young monsters will grow up watching that and never know true happiness. TV streaming platform, trademark, already ruined skater cats from Venus and ghetto dolphins. Now they're going to ruin the frogs too? I bet they're all going to be POC and women anyway. They probably won't even be frogs.
I don't know if they are making them POC and women, but even if they were, aren't there female frogs?
You would say that.
But aren't there? I'm so confused all the time, Leonard. Why are you like this?
At that moment, a middle-aged man pops out from behind what you now notice is a cardboard cutout of a bush, clearly planted there for eavesdropping. Well, hello there, representatives of our sweet, sweet target demographic, he says. I couldn't help but overhear you succinctly encapsulating a generic argument about reboots. We've indeed feared just such backlash from you whippersnappers. Tell me, do any of you have ideas for how we can guarantee this reboot will be a success? I bet it would absolutely impress any classmate you wish to romance. Impressing classmates you wish to romance? Holy shit, that's like your whole thing! Plus, you can't possibly let Leonard chime in, so... Well, people might criticize the new graphic style, new characters, new voice actors, new... Wait, what if you just air the same show from 30 years ago, but with a new name? Add a hip new character to hook the target demographic, like a surfer skater dog with a goatee and super cool sunglasses, or something. So we're just gonna put Rad Shiba in here?
Hell yeah!
I mean, I'd watch it.
I would too.
I'm still frankly sad that I missed out on getting a Rad Shiba plush. Not actually sad enough to be all like, ah, wah! Just like, oh, eh. I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna go with the surfer skater dog and see how it lands. Yes, of course, when adding new characters, there's always danger of facing criticism, unless the character is just so awesome.
Ooh, what if you add a rabbit with a beard and tattoos who's also a motorcycle?
Okay, but that kind of just sounds like how they came up with that one motorcycle-looking Pokemon from Scarlet and Violet.
Oh, which one? Cyclizard, Koraidon, or Miraidon?
Yes.
Okay, fair enough.
Perfect! And he can have a PhD in selfies and kill any industry with a snap of his fingers, just like a true millennial. Plus, he's the national champion of dabbing. Are you kidding? This sounds like some pandering bullshit. And I would consider your input valuable, but that purple chick pitched it in such a calm and even-keeled way that she must be right. I gotta go get this to the art department right now. And by the art department, I just mean my friend Art. He draws things. His name is a mere coincidence. Goodbye, sweet, sweet target demographic.
I can't believe I designed a character for a major animated series!
I can't believe he has a PhD in selfies. You can't believe it's not butter. JK, you believe all of this. Spooky High is weird AF. But hey, take 2 fun and a money bonus. I always knew skipping class to hang out in the bathroom was not a waste of time. She said, never actually doing that.
That day you spent some time on the library's PC, managing your dart kicker.
Hell yeah, I love my start kicker.
You deceive lots of people with sensational videos and impossible promises.
Nice.
You gain 10, yeah, however much money that is, because I can't ever pronounce it, and I do not care.
100,000.
Thank you.
They make it so much harder because they don't have the comma in there, too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, God. I just... Oh, my... I just realized that. Oh, my God. Oh, God, maybe... You know, I never thought I would be, like, dyslexic or, you know, have dyscalculus, but, maybe I need to get that checked out, because, I wholeheartedly thought that was just, like, you know, 10,000. I completely missed a 0.
Well, it just zeroed itself out in your brain.
Yeah.
Also, I am a fan of how there are 420 backers for your start kicker for, Boom.
Yes. You gain a shit ton of money, but almost everything goes to cover costs, and you keep only +2 money. Later, you see Liam being himself. Liam? Beaming? Oh. Yeah, maybe, add that to the list of things I can have an existential crisis about.
It appears that my application to write for Virtue magazine was received and accepted. I knew my pitch would hook them. Imagine the edgiest, most irreverent article subject you can think of. Now double it. That's my article subject. I knew my... Wait, I already read that. I was so into it, I almost read it twice.
I'm just trying to think.
Thinking is hard.
Thinking is hard. I'm gonna stop thinking about what that even could be.
You see, I used a writing technique on them called lying. It's very effective. Up until they call your bluff. Now I've got to actually write an article, and I've got no idea what to write. You, save me from the consequences of my actions. Suggest an idea that lives up to my own hype. I am the hype. Passionate argument for the legalization of recreational chimera toxins, or a chilling expose of the pasta industry's griffin trafficking.
What the? That was charming. Okay.
Yes. Sorry, what?
I thought that was gonna be smarts versus boldness. I was not expecting creativity to actually be one of the options. No, it was charming.
Either way.
Well, you know what? It worked out, so,
Yes, Kim Chem. The champagne of hard drugs. 100% lethal after 2 doses, but those 2 doses, wow! I've heard that it may have exciting new medical applications, such as euthanasia and fucking you up so bad that you forget what was wrong with you.
Oh, damn.
Why, even I have been known to indulge in a little Kim Chem from time to time. It's marvelous, like dying all over again. I'm sure that's something him and Polly can bond over. How can something...
Oh yeah, absolutely.
How can something that has killed so many people be bad? How, I ask you, how?
Soon thereafter, you see a piece in Virtue by new correspondent Liam D. Lioncourt. The true cost. Why? This toxin is not an addictive, but an addition to your quality of life. Boom! Drugs are always the answer. You gain +2 fun and +1 charm.
player order is decided based on your ability to mimic the noise a giraffe makes.
That's all you.
I was gonna say, do I need to pull the clip back up?
Roll the clip.
Alright, hang on. I gotta go find the clip first. I posted it. It's on my YouTube. It's on my YouTube channel. It's under my shorts.
Along with Barista invented the orgasm.
Vaguely akin to this.
Classic hit.
Yeah. Yeah. Nailed it.
Amazing, beautiful, 10 out of 10.
Thank you. I try. Oh boy, a whole lot of talking to myself. Let's do it. It's not like Zoe and Miranda aren't always the perkiest of gals, but they seem extra perky as they skitter around writing things down in notebooks. Doubtless you are admiring our great work, Barista. You see, we are now food critics. Zoe has hired me for her magazine, a totally a real food magazine.
It's an honor to have you on board, Your Highness.
I love her little overalls and everything. She's so fucking cute.
She is. Adorable.
Zoe holds up a bunch of papers stapled together with doodles in crayon that seem to be Eldritch runes, with some sparkly scratch-and-sniff stickers stuck on top. If you are quiet and subservient, you may watch us in our quest to be the best food critics ever.
I mean, yeah, I can be that. I was a little hesitant about founding this very legitimate magazine, since I'm new to eating things other than minds and souls.
And I usually have my eating serfs eat for me, but then Zoe and I realized we were the absolute best food critics according to our test audience.
Which was comprised of Miranda's food serfs. Now watch us create culinary criticism magic. First up, macaroni and cheese.
This food item contains both macaroni and cheese, and therefore deserves 5 stars for this accurate description. Next, couscous with vegetables.
I never tried it, and the pieces seem way too small to even register in my many mouths.
I won't try it either, but the name sounds very, very fancy. So 5 stars. Here is this microwave.
Ah yes, this is a very shiny and very cubic shape, which are both of good qualities for a food. 5 stars.
Here are some French fries. They don't seem to be particularly French.
But they don't seem to be particularly un-French either.
Oh dear, how will we ever determine their Frenchosity? Psst, easy, that's your specialty. Zoe, you should give the French fries a French kiss worthy of the most epic of French fictions to check how good they are at French kissing, and therefore calculate their Frenchosity. Or, Miranda, obviously you're the most qualified to determine this. The only way to establish Frenchosity is to actually go to France. Just send an eating serf over to check it out. I mean, come on.
How did you know about my French-themed spooky high AU?
Les Monsterables.
Yeah, that!
It's like Les Mis, but with monsters. Okay, but where's the bread? And who's who? I need details on this, Zoe.
You truly are my #1 fan, aren't you, Barista?
I'm your number 24601 fan. If by #1 fan she means trying to get in her tentacles on prom night, then sure. If you find them to be sufficiently good kissers, my eldritch compatriot, I will join you in this endeavor. It will be good practice for me when my prince comes along, provided I am not in an enchanted slumber at the time.
I really feel like people shouldn't be kissing people in any kind of slumber, but that's a separate issue, so I'm just gonna make out with a fried potato now.
That's certainly a sentence.
That is a sentence.
She does!
Yes, I found that kissing to be both French and fried.
5 stars!
5 stars. And barista, maybe you and I can work on other kissing adventures sometime.
Heck yeah! And you do! Called giving butterfly kisses to honey roasted butterflies to determine their butterfly factor. 5 stars!
No, I'm gonna go a completely different route. As you approach your chosen table, you see Liam carefully framing his artfully arranged jelly dessert for a transcendent food pick. When...
I forgot which one of us was Scott, because he barely showed up so far.
I think it was originally me, but I was finding it hard to do both Scott and Damien, so I think you took over Scott.
You got it. FOODPIC. Ride those pigs to victory. What? What does that even mean? When I say food, you say pick. Food. No. Food. Stop. 2, 4, picks, 8. Food do we appreciate? Food picks, food picks. Go! Cease this incessant chanting this instant! What? But I'm trying to help you take the best food pick. You've been trying to take this food pick for like 20 minutes now. You gotta snap a pic so you can eat your tasty food. I don't eat, Scott. I only order this food so I can take pictures of it, and you're not helping. I know. My cheerleading just isn't good enough. What I need is a cheer partner to take me to the next level. No, what you need is a swift kick in the...
But it's too late. Scott's already chosen you as his cheer partner. Now it's up to you what the two of you will do.
Gotta pick Liam up and toss him in the air. It's the only way to really amp him up, or Liam's food picks are art, so we've gotta use art to cheer him on. The quiet art of mime.
You lead Scott in a totally artistic, totally silent mime cheer that involves an invisible rope, an invisible dog sled, and an invisible hot dog buffet. You eventually leave Scott trapped inside a tiny box and move with Liam to another table.
Thanks for saving me from that. True food photography, or as I call it, la photographie des aliments, cannot be rushed. Are you sure he's okay over there in that box? Bro's going on a face journey over here.
You're pretty sure he's fine. You let him out at the end of lunch and he licks your face. But most importantly, Liam tags you in his triumphant food pick. Is this for real?
Whoa. Getting tagged in Liam's food pick is basically second base.
Damn.
I think. I don't know how sports balls and bases translate over to Liam's romance.
I don't know either.
But I'm pretty sure second base.
Why do you think I selected at the beginning how to learn how to romance a fucking potato?
Because
I have the riz of a Magikarp.
Everybody chooses a historical figure. Say your choice out loud to the rest of the class before clicking.
I have a person in mind, but Oh God, no! Let me choose someone else. It's too soon.
What, are you gonna say the Pope?
Yes.
I mean, why not?
All right, Pope Francis.
Miss you every day, King.
Yes.
Miss him
You
every day, he
went
just
out.
died!
He did just die. He went out in a legendary way.
I
It
mean,
was glorious.
it's not that legendary if you died after meeting, almost immediately after meeting with J.D. Vance. Which, I saw something, like a news thing, that the Dalai Lama canceled his meeting with J.D. Vance after that.
I don't blame him.
Neither do I! You're picking the Pope. I'm going to pick... shit. Who am I going to pick? One of my coworkers at work last week started playing Hamilton while we were closing up and, you know, doing all the closing things. So, I'm inclined to pick, him, but I don't want to pick him himself, so I will pick, Aaron Burr, sir.
Alright.
Yeah, we basically spent the entire last...
I would also like to apologize ahead of time to the memory of the Pope if this question turns out to be very bad.
It's Monster Prom, I'm sure it'll be fine. Player order is decided based on who it would be the most terrible wingman at a bar. I mean, from what I've heard, you know what? Hot take, I think the Pope would have been a good wingman.
I do too.
Aaron Burr, not so much.
I love how we just agreed that like Aaron Burr would have been the worst choice, and yet you gave me first anyway.
Oh. Oh well. Maybe I just wanted you to go first anyway. Ugh. Don't make me get the giraffe noises in here again. That's it. I'm doing it.
All right, do it. I'm trying to think, what can I use for it?
I need that on like a soundboard or something. Just. Oh, who am I kidding? I can do it perfectly fine just as is.
I don't know more bonus, only because in case a choice needs bonus.
Fair.
That day you visit bathrooms to take a number 2. Don't worry, there won't be an illustration of that specific moment.
Why not? I want to see your character take a flaming hot shit. It'll look exactly like mine does when I eat too much Taco Bell.
Well, you know what? That's what the internet's for. I'm sure someone has done it. And
yeah,
if they
but
haven't,
I don't want to go to that part of the internet. They're weird over there.
They are. They are. Thing is, you make one of the boldest decisions of your life. You don't put paper on the toilet seat before using it. Look at you, you crazy bastard. You gain +2 bonus and probably 1...
Staphylococcus.
That. And a slight chance of 1 STD. Yeah, at this point, I give up, trying to pronounce shit I can't pronounce.
I mean, do you... Do you want me to step in and do that, or do you not want me to? Because I know that could be very annoying.
I don't mind either way. Just, if you step in, I'm not gonna repeat after you. I'm just gonna let you say it and then move on.
Fair enough. Staphylococcus is a very hard word.
probably even harder when you have a speech impairment. So yeah, no, I really just nope.
Don't worry, I got you.
Thank you. Scott strolls by, happily munching on something. Liam gapes at him, appalled.
What on earth are you eating, Scott? This delicious new flavor of Fangle's potato chips. Maximum ultimate meat double barbecue massacre. I mean, I'd try it. Really, because it looks like a raw severed goat head inside a cardboard tube. Oh, yeah, I guess it does. Could've sworn it was potato chips. Still tasty, though. Tasty? Tasty? Does wanton environmental destruction sound tasty to you? I don't know, is that a kind of jerky? No, Scott! Don't you realize that in order to harvest these goat heads, Fangles and Co. decapitate millions of innocent goats every year? But what do they do with the bodies of the goats? Nothing! It's a horrendously wasteful practice!
Surely they don't do nothing with them. Surely they like give it to like butchers to handle.
We live in a capitalism, so probably not. Oh,
Yeah, sure that.
Oh no! All those poor headless goat bodies running around and bumping into things! We have to stop them! Wait, really? I was trying to make you feel guilty. I didn't actually have a plan of action. But if someone were to suggest one... Assemble an army of vengeful undead goat torsos or write an extremely mean blog post.
Huh. I feel like blog posts would be creativity, and then this would be boldness. So, yep.
But how can a blog post cause any kind of meaningful... Quiet, Scott! I've been training my entire life for this! Psh.
Wickham whips out a tablet with "This machine kills fascists" written on it, and gets to work. The blog post he writes is so...
incendiary.
The Monsteropolis Fire Department has to send digital firefighters to put out all the flaming emotes. Fangles is forced to recall their maximum ultimate double barbecue massacre flavor just to prevent the internet from burning down. Scott bids a tearful goodbye to his cardboard tube full of goat head, but you all agree it's for the best. You gain 2 smarts and 1 creativity.
I mean, I guess if that flavor is literally just a goat head in a tube, maybe I don't want to try it.
Yeah. I was gonna say, the idea of it, like the idea of the flavor, sounds interesting.
Mm-hmm.
In actual practice, though, it turned out horribly.
Mm-hmm. Oh well. Okay, I still feel like I need to... I feel like Zoe really likes creativity, so I'm gonna go for that a little more. That day, while rehearsing for the class play, it's as though the muses themselves have descended to give you, figurative, oral sex. Your performance is intense and inspiring. It will be remembered for generations, which is pretty rad by high school play standards. You gain 2 creativity. Having stretched, kicked your faces, and belted for the gods, it's time to get down to business. Rehearsing the classic musical Auntie Mame.
And now, Princess Toralina, my sweet damsel in distress, prepare to die! Can we hold, please? Dude, why are you interrupting me? I was in the moment like I was fucking Miser.
I fail to see how having intercourse with Meisner would improve.
Fucking was a descriptor, Miranda. Can I please say my goddamn line? I mean, you could, but don't you want this musical to be better? Auntie Mommy, an evil Dark Knight, being a bad guy? It's so predictable, right? Aren't we all about inverting tropes at Spooky High?
It does seem that the leading lady role is somewhat outdated. Here we are in the modern age, and some of her reactions to male violence could be taken straight from fake horsies going up and down in a circle.
Fine, whatever. If my brilliant and hair-raising portrayal of Auntie May isn't good enough for you, then go ahead and think of an awesome plot twist, and I'll nail that too.
He's all blushy. Right as Auntie Mame is about to slay the princess, it's revealed he never got his Dark Knight's license and can't practice the trade. At which point, the play turns into a complex and exciting adventure in bureaucracy. Or, Auntie Mame is not a Dark Knight at all, but an undercover cop who spent the last 20 years working from within the villain system to dismantle the whole operation. I mean, making it an adventure in bureaucracy sounds boring as fuck.
Yeah.
Like, no matter how you spin it, it's basically just waiting in line at the DMV. So let's see if we can make the undercover cop angle work.
I love it. Oh man, an undercover cop? That's so fucking metal, man. And then it's like, once Auntie Mammy comes out of the deep cover, he's just like, I don't even know who I am anymore, man. I've been a Dark Knight for so long, I don't recognize myself out of the armor.
Daddy always says that bureaucracy is an excellent tool for the destruction of the masses' spirits.
And he just wakes up in the middle of the night screaming about Eldritch Court curses.
I love it!
I think we have a hit on our hands. Man, you guys, this fucking job. All I know anymore are lances and potions.
Dope. Being a playwright is easy as fuck, apparently. Way to gain 2 smarts and 1 fun, my creative friend. That weekend, something happened to you.
Oh, me. Hey, Nova. You know that feeling you get deep in your 7th stomach? Yes. It's because I totally have more than one stomach. That tingling.
Yeah, doesn't everybody?
That tingling when you know the teaser trailer of the next installment of your favorite franchise is dropping in 70 hours, 8 minutes, and 32 seconds.
But who's counting?
Yeah. Exactly. That warm, glowing, this is going to give me so much fake inspiration, even if it's only 10 seconds feeling of giddy excitement and untapped potential. Actually, yeah.
Been
I
there.
do.
Been there.
Well, that's how I feel about Barista.
Oh.
It's like a teaser trailer, but much like a teaser trailer, I feel like there's still so much I need to know. How do I know Barista is really the monster for me?
Wouldn't
Help
you
me
like
out.
to know? Sorry.
Yes. Help me out here. Picture this scenario, okay? So, I'm out on an epic adventure with Barista, right? And after escaping a near-death situation, we stumble wearily, sweatily, exhausted, to get some well-earned rest at the nearest inn. We're greeted by a gruff, rude innkeeper with the most beautiful butt ever. But before I can fantasize about marrying the innkeeper's butt, he gives us the keys to our room. But oops! It's only one key to only one room. The only one left.
Oh no.
Ah, yes. The one bed trope.
It's a classic.
It's a staple. It is
They're tried and true.
It walked so other tropes could run.
Mm-hmm.
Which means that, though this unlikely series of events, Barista and I will be forced to share a bed. Eee! What would she do? What would she do? What would she do?
Good question. What would I do?
An excellent question. Thrice over. One that deserves an equally excellent answer.
Barista would blush deeply and shyly and respectfully ask if you're okay with the situation, before revealing that she has a rare condition in which all of her clothing disappears the moment she gets into bed. Or, oh man, I don't know how to say this, but Barista has an extreme allergy to contrived sexually ambiguous situations. She would probably walk to the nearest IKEA and build her own bed before sharing with you.
Oh. Oh my word. Oh my goodness. Wow. All her clothes? Like, all of them?
Yep, totally.
And she would blush first? That's just... Wow. Yes. Okay, we can work with that. Thank you for this very important information, Nova. You are as beautiful as that imaginary innkeeper's imaginary butt.
You know what? I'll take it.
It's true! And you just got the +3 charm to prove it. Everybody chooses an occupation. Say your choice out loud to the rest of the class before clicking. I don't know, are we counting influencer as a job? Because that was
I mean, it makes money, so
This is true.
sure.
Okay, I'll go with that.
I'm going bartender.
Mario and Luigi were plumbers. Player order is decided based on how funny an off-brand version of these two heroes called Hans and Rudolph would be, who, aside from saving a kingdom, are also selected occupations. Start debating now.
Oh my god. I'm sorry. The only thing that comes to my mind are not these two, like, Hans and Rudolph, but, Lucas and Rachel from Coffee Talk.
Like, Lucas, we have to go and save this, princess or whatever. Yeah, totally, we gotta go do that! Don't worry, since I'm a satyr, I'm very good on rough terrain, so I can carry you if you need me to. I never said that. I have great cat-like reflexes. On account of being a Neko Mimi, of course. Oh yeah, you're so right.
I just also thought, meanwhile, my answer, Jill and Gil from Valhalla. Alright, come on, Gil, we gotta do this. It's like, do we have to? It's like, yes, John Face, we have to.
Alright, Gil, we gotta go kill this guy. Damn, he says, pulling out some, like, anti-riot gear from his time in Hong Kong or whatever. Jill's just like, where did you get those? Don't worry about it. Okay, John.
I love how I took this prompt and just completely changed it.
Hey, you know what? It still works. You know how? We can still just...
Miranda!
The little plunk sound at the end. Just... No! My creativity!
I think you should raise charm. I feel like that would also help.
Probably. That was gonna be my next thought. That day, an epic dodgeball match takes place. Everything seems lost, but you deliver an inspirational speech that fuels your team's spirit, leading to a spectacular comeback. You're clearly a natural-born leader. You gain 2 charm. You're casually reading the latest issue of Monster Magazine when you are rudely interrupted. See, even Barista, a sensible monster with a good head on her shoulders and at least some smarts, is reading Monster Magazine. Also, Jesus Christ, Scott, could your shorts be any fucking shorter? Yeah, and that's bad because we're warriors, so we need to fight. Scott takes the magazine from you and punches it. Hooray! Let's go solve another of the world's major problems! No, Scott, we're social justice warriors. You see, Barista, ever since our major success with the Fangles Goathead debacle, we've taken it upon ourselves to stand up against injustice. By punching magazines! No, Scott. As you no doubt noticed, Monster Magazine's sexiest monster alive this year is Count Victor von Musselbord, the werewolf prince / bodybuilder. That makes him the 5th royal werewolf bodybuilder in a row to earn the title. What about those of us with leaner physiques? What of our representation? So now we're endeavoring to get Monster Magazine to name someone from a more marginalized community as their sexiest creature alive. We just need to figure out a way to convince them, since I guess punching the magazine wasn't good enough. He looks so pouty. He's just like, Psh, that's easy. All you need to do to solve everyone's body image issues forever is make our own version of the magazine featuring a 3-winged chupacabra on the cover, or lean heavily into the warrior part, storm Monster Magazine, and hold the editor-in-chief captive until he promises to stop exclusively promoting one aesthetic as the pinnacle of monster sexiness.
That one is boldness, for sure.
I was gonna say, I want to pick that one, but I don't think I have the boldness for it.
Yeah, no, you're definitely better off going up with the top option.
Chupacabra! What a brilliant idea! 3-winged chupacabras are definitely an underserved population. I've played sports game against someone exactly like that, and he's always wanted to be a model, but never thought anyone would want to do pictures of him. Now we can! You can and you do. All the pictures. You do all the pictures and make a mock-up of your own Monster Magazine. It goes hella viral, and before long, it's becoming more celebrated than the actual Monster Magazine. Pretty soon after, you get a letter from the editor-in-chief officially admitting defeat in the face of your superiority, and relinquishing his magazine and headquarters to you. Sweet! Now you have a magazine, which instantly brings you 3 money! Ah, fuck. Hey, I know you're about to move on to your next misadventure, but I just wanted to say really quickly, as pretty much the only girls in this school shaped differently from the rest of our classmates, it was really nice to see a 3-winged chupacabra celebrated over a royal werewolf bodybuilder. Gives us hope too, you know? Huh, that was actually really sweet. The Coven is so much cooler when they're not babbling on about that end-of-the-world bullshit and expecting your help with it. Way more fun to interact with your classmates when they're complimenting you instead.
Real fun. That day during recess, you start a half-hour rave that goes full crazy. You have no idea how it escalates so much, but at one point there are like 300 people. Someone summons demons from a nightmare dimension. The consequences might distort the fabric of reality itself, but who cares? It's a rad party! You gain 2 fun. You're partying your ass off with Zoe, Damien, and Liam when a holy throwing knife almost hits you in the face. You look up and, of course it's the Slayer. She's sitting in the upper branches of a big tree and she won't stop throwing deadly magic items. Cut that shit out! Can't you see I'm just trying to party? How am I supposed to smosh with your stupid projectiles everywhere?
Seriously, what obtuse pathology possesses you to perpetually violate our bodily autonomy?
What? He said, why the fuck won't you stop throwing stuff at us? Oh, well, definitely not because I have a crush on one or more of you and violence is the only way I know of expressing affection, as unhealthy as that might be. You have a crush? Oh man, this is totally going in my fanfic.
Oh, Zoe.
What? No, gross! The real reason I'm here is that I'm planning to enter a high-level dungeon on Monday, but I don't have enough XP. So if you all wouldn't mind getting killed by me real quick, that would really help me level up. If you could just suggest a better way for the Slayer to gain experience, maybe she'd leave you guys alone for a while. But what to suggest?
Have you tried not fucking doing that?
Yeah. Have you tried? Oh god, I can make a joke, but that... Have you played Monster Prom 2 at all, Barista?
Yeah.
Okay, you have. Okay. Now I'm gonna make the joke. Maybe you can go to, like, a lower level dungeon and find a cursed item that gives you a roommate for, like, who knows how long.
I mean, that's not much different from the second suggestion. You haven't had much success hunting us so far. Maybe you need to target some lower level monsters. Have you heard of Spooky Kindergarten? Or have you tried getting an internship at a mega corporation? I hear they pay in experience.
Oh, creativity. They pay in experience? That's the best news I've ever heard. I'm tired of jobs always paying actual money. What can money buy? Clothes, food, shelter? Worthless. Money may be able to buy every necessity and luxury in life, but experience can buy skill points. Have fun at school, creeps. I'm off to file paperwork, get coffee, and do uncredited graphic design in exchange for occasional recognition and lukewarm letters of recommendation. Later. Whoa. I'm an actual Prince of Hell, but you are evil.
Eschewing monetary gain in favor of worldly knowledge. If I didn't absolutely loathe the Slayer, I'd applaud her on her anti-capitalist values.
I still want to know who she has a crush on. Don't you guys want to know who she has a crush on? You don't really care. You're too busy thinking about who you have a crush on. You gain 2 charm and 1 smart.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's the truth.
Look at you, you're charming as fuck.
In-game me is more charming than IRL me.
Yeah, but that's because it's like 10 times easier to raise your stats in a video game than it is in reality.
Oh god, ain't that the truth.
Everybody chooses a video game. Say your choice out loud to the rest of the class before clicking.
I'm gonna go with the new Elder Scrolls Oblivion remaster.
Fuck it, we ball. Balatro. I yearn for the cards. Player order is decided based on how difficult it would be to teach a person from ancient Sumeria, brought to life only for this purpose, to how to play this game until they become a pro gamer.
I think Oblivion would be harder because that is a lot of mechanics. Whereas Belantro, you just have to point. So you see this number? You know number? You want number big. Big number. Big number equals good.
I am inclined to agree. It would be easier to grasp the concept of Balatro. Pardon me, of Balatro than it would be Oblivion. That's just my thought, though. This is just gonna be the talking to yourself party, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, the Liam table's gonna be the same way, but for you.
You approach Vera, who is conspicuously cutting up an enormous stack of credit cards and feeding the pieces to her snakes. Zoe is sitting across the table staring intently at Vera and frantically scribbling into a notebook.
A little privacy, please. This is obviously a business luncheon, which means that it's a write-off.
Zoe's longest purple tentacle creeps an inch closer to Vera. Then Zoe scoots her whole chair a little closer.
Back up. I bite. Interesting. Are you even listening to me? This is a life or death situation for you, dork. Not what I would have expected. Damn it, Zoe. Besides my obvious beauty, entrancing charm, and tremendous wealth, what are you looking at?
Oh, is it not obvious?
Zoe flips over her notebook to reveal a massive chart of Vera's snakes, and all of the different ships between them. There are so many arrows and symbols and snakes that you're worried she might actually be summoning some kind of fanfic demon. No, see, Zoe is the fanfic demon.
Exactly. At first, I was really into my main ship of the front left snake with the back center snake. They just have a real natural pairing, you know? But then I started thinking about the rivalry between all three front snakes, and how it could be this kind of triangle rivalry hate sex kind of thing.
Zoe?
And honestly, that just really got me into questions about the rules of the Snakeverse. Like, can they get married? Can they move positions on the head? Do they have tails that are inside your head? And Zoe? Vera, you just have to tell me. How do the snakes poop? I have to know! That is enough. You are hereby banished from this table. Go ship my snakes from a safe distance before I get a restraining order, you little purple disaster.
You decide to intervene because 1. You care about your friends. 2. You don't want to see them kill each other. 3. You've been wondering about the whole snake poop thing yourself. Vera, maybe knowing the allegiances, preferences, and sentiments of your snakes could be the ultimate trick for the silkiest and most dangerous hair ever. Or, Zoe, I think I've stumbled onto the ultimate Vera shipping chart. Look. Vera's hair and Vera, X being left alone.
If you're after Zoe, you want the top one.
Oh, absolutely.
Exactly. For example, I can tell you that the snake on your forehead is insecure about its girth and length, and that it makes its poison less deadly, and its relationships less healthy.
Maybe for the first time ever, you've made a good point. I milk my snakes and sell their poison, so it'd be great to know which one is the most potent and vile.
Virile.
Close enough. Also, I've always wanted to wear a hat, but my snakes won't sit still, and the hat will fall off my head, and that's obviously unacceptable.
Oh, look, she's all blushy and sad about it. She just wants to wear a nice hat.
Yeah. God, my Vera voice is off today.
That's all good. She hasn't been around much today anyway.
Yeah.
Zoe gives Vera the full rundown on Serpent Synergy. With a little coaching from Zoe, back center snake works out its insecurity issues with front left snake, and Vera's hair has never looked more emotionally mature.
You find Liam taking a picture of his food, and Scott taking a picture of also Liam's food?
Ha! Yes, Scott, snap away! My artistic plating is too magnificent to ignore. Artistic what? I'm playing Pokemon's Go, the mobile version of the hit Pocket Humans video game. What do Pocketmans have to do with my food pick? There's a level 43 Bernard Henson hanging out in the middle of your plate. Here, take a look. Scott, why does your phone show a tiny human doing pottery on top of my eggplant ravioli? Mean you don't know Bernard Henson? He used to be a chartered accountant, but now he's decided to pursue his dream of being a world-famous potter. That major life change has made him super rare. Pocket humans almost never follow their dreams. Well, I don't care how rare he is. His presence is spoiling my pristine food pick. Spoiling it? But pocket humans are way cooler than a boring old food pick. You take that back!
Uh-oh, tempers are running a little high. Looks like it's up to you to settle this dispute. Scott, look over there.
There's a Stuart Hogarth on top of that pile of mashed potatoes.
Or, Liam, Scott's right, Liam. Why take a normal cliche food pick when you could take a food pick of Scott capturing a Pokemon off your food pick?
Stuart Hogarth, the strongest accountant-type Pokemon in the game? What does it even mean to be a strong accountant? Is he, like, really good at math? No, he's just super buff! The buffest accountant! I've gotta have him.
Scott bounds across the cafeteria and practically dives into Gary Gremlin's mashed potatoes, looking for a Pokemon to capture.
Do you think he actually knows how to play Pokemon's Go? Or do you think he just likes diving into people's food?
The two of you debate the question while you help Liam line up the perfect food pick. Later, he lines up some very hot pics of you!
Oh, hell yeah! Everybody chooses an object. Say your choice out loud to the rest of the class before clicking.
So who's ready to see Zoe create Liam prom in MonsterCon?
It already exists, it's just blowing the fuck up. Also, Butt Liam for life.
But Liam.
Butt Liam!
Alright.
I'm picking my water bottle because it's time to hydrate or dihydrate.
Yes, hydrate and hydrate. I'm gonna put my eyeshadow palette because it's just right here.
Ooh. Player order is decided based on how interested to watch the Kazakhstan version of The Lord of the Rings if in that version the ring was replaced by this object. I mean, if we're talking about it being wearable, I could see... I mean, it is the Eye of Sauron, right? Maybe maybe he's so mad because he just can't find a good eyeshadow.
Here, hold on. Only you can see this.
Oh, fuck, where'd my mouse? Got it. Oh yeah! Tons of those colors would go great on him! He'd look great!
Exactly. He'd look fabulous. He would look bonita.
Hopefully he would feel bonita.
Hopefully, indeed.
Excuse me.
Alright.
I do not feel bonita. I feel bit.
What stat do you want to go for this round?
Oh, heck, that's a good question. I can't check. It's all you.
I think you could use some more boldness. Zoe may not be the boldest, but some of her fanfic ideas are
bit out there.
Oh,
Listen, her OTP of all time is fucking Garfield and Naruto.
yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna go for creativity. You get some more boldness. That day while rehearsing for the class play, you totally forget your lines. It's terrible. But you don't let that get you down. You start improvising all your lines. And it's marvelous. Somehow it enhances the pathos of the play in unexpected ways. And that's saying something, since half of your improvisation is a rap battle against your inner fears. Damn. I wish I could rap battle against my inner fears and it be like spectacular. You gain +2 creativity.
I mean, with that attitude, you'll never know.
You look over your shoulder to realize Liam has been staring at you for probably the last 45 minutes. He's so silent.
Hey. I was just wondering if you would like to, perhaps, sit next to me in a large darkened room while silently passing judgment on a popular film. And afterwards we could adjourn possibly to an eating establishment, where I can watch and take artistic photos as you consume calories.
Well, of course you would. You'd absolutely love to.
Coach!
Coach! Oh boy! Are you two going on a date?
What? No. What are you even doing here?
Eavesdropping!
Well, at least he's honest.
What do you mean it's not a date? Aren't you asking Nova to dinner and a movie?
I am not asking out anyone, and it is not a date. Dating is a cheesy, cliched artifact of heteronormative monoculture.
Well, if it's not a date, what is it? Damn, Coach! If you can't convince Liam this isn't a date, he may not go out with you at all. You think fast and tell them... It's not a date, it's a date, wink. It's performative art. Liam forgot to tell you we'd be wearing duck costumes the whole time.
I would pay to see the both of yous going out in duck costumes.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I feel like one is either bonus or charm. Creativity. Okay, I feel like it was a tie between creativity and charm, and both of them are my high. So
You would have been fine either way, probably.
Probably. Duck costumes.
Duck costumes?
Well, that changes everything.
It does?
Sure it does. I thought you two were planning a romantic evening, when you're really just trying to show your school spirit.
But the school's mascot isn't a duck.
Well, of course not. But you know what they say, it's not the mascot that matters, it's the dressing up in hot foam rubber costume.
Your aphorisms truly are the best.
Thank you.
But I suppose dressing up as two giant ducks would subvert expectations to a delightful degree.
It's settled. Later that night, you and Liam are kicked out of a movie theater for being giant ducks. Liam writes a scathing blog post about it. It's the best not date you've ever had. You gain 2 fun and 1 smarts.
Nice.
Ha!
You said I need to up my boldness.
I feel like that would be the best course of action.
Alright, back to the bathroom. That day you skip class and just hang out in the bathrooms because you respect no authority. On the way there, you run into Mamimi, the Oni girl. She offers you some of her weird Japanese energy drink. You take a sip. It tastes crazy as hell. You need to check the contents of this shit. Guarana seed extract, benzoic acid, 50 milligrams of caffeine, and 100 milligrams of boldness. Well, it wasn't bad at all. You gained 2 boldness, thank my Mimi, and proceed to the bathrooms. Zoe bounds up to you with even more of a pep in her be-tentacled step than usual.
Hey, barista. Aren't you so excited about the con coming up? Con!
Don't you
Oh
mean MonsterCon? How meta!
How meta indeed!
We don't need to promote it, the game internally promotes. Even though this one came out years before.
Maybe even years before they knew they were gonna make a monster con.
Yeah, probably. That's what makes it extra funny, in my humble onion.
I know what you're thinking. Which con?
The MonsterCon con!
Con. The Condiments Convention? Con. The Con Artist Convention?
Are we talking, like, Artist Alley con artist, or a different kind of con artist?
That's a good question. Nope. It's Con. The convention for ultimate fans. And I thought maybe we could be ultimate fans together. So I guess what I'm trying to say is, and sorry if this is too soon to ask this, I mean, it's hard to determine the relative appropriateness of brief intervals of time when you've been around in various forms for millennia. But would you want to do a couples cosplay with me? I mean, if you can think of a good enough pairing.
Hell yeah, you would. And you know the most perfect couple cosplay pairing ever. You suggest the neoliberal system and the unbearable feeling of void that no material good can fulfill, or her obvious OTP, Naruto and Garfield. What? Oh no! I fucked up! I fucked up like EYE!
Oh, Naruto and Garfield? I mean, sure, yeah, I was into that at one point, but like, not anymore by a long shot. I'm all about Sake and Garfield. Or, I don't know the name and I don't care.
Sasuke.
Just think of that. Even just on a pure aesthetical level, which sounds better? Narrowfield or Saskufield? Saskufield by a mile. And in the end, isn't that what makes a great ship? The combined name? Come to think of it. Oh god. There's not really a great
Portmanteau.
a barista and Zoe to be our ship name, is there?
Yes, there is! Zoista! I've
Oh
already
my
thought of this!
I'm not saying a ship has definitely sunk, but I think I need to dock this ship in the harbor before I take it out again.
No! Damn it, you knew your name should have been something cool like Diak, and then you and Zoe together could be Zodiac. Is Diak a name? Whatever. Should have thought of that before having a stupid name like Barista.
Hey, barista is a great name, game, so shut it.
Ah.
There. Headbats. Hold on. There we go.
The monster prom draws near. Who are we asking?
Asking Leon.
I mean, she just put our ship back in the harbor, but we'll see. Finally pluck up your courage and ask your beloved to go to the monster prom with you.
Oh, that's very flattering. But I can never date you. You see, my favorite secret ship ever has been Barista X a bowl of cereal. Don't get me wrong, you're funny and sort of sexy, but what kind of person would I be if I destroyed my favorite ship ever? A monster! But like, the bad kind.
We could be a polycule! have 2 hands! One for the bowl, and one for you!
So, hard pass.
This failure haunted you the rest of your life and you never moved on, becoming a total and constant failure. You never succeeded at anything again. Except for that time you won at Monsters Got Talent, but your talent was being a failure at love. It astonished everyone how bad you were at romance. Not any less sad, though.
You finally pluck up your courage and ask your beloved to go to the monster prom with you.
Prom? That's so kitsch and cliche. That it's actually hip! Yeah, let's go to prom together. What a retro thing to do, right? I can wear a tuxedo and all. Ha ha ha. It's gonna be wonderful. But in an ironic way.
We're both in tuxedos.
I think yours looks better.
Why, thank you. Prom night was beautiful. For once, Liam seemed relaxed, without feeling the need to act cool. He put all of his mysterious posing aside and told you a bit about the time he spent as part of the coven and about when he was in a K-pop band.
I'd pay good money to see that.
I would too. Both of those things. You told him you admired that about him and how he has no issue trying new things, as wacky as they might sound. He smiles and told you that when you're immortal, you need to explore life to its fullest and always be eager to discover new things you might like. Then he said, and you know what? Actually, you could probably voice this part. And then he said,
and you know what? Coming to prom with you has turned to be a new thing I seem to like very much.
Okay, you may have got rejected by Zoe, but I got, what the fuck? Most likely to marry a zebra.
Well, just because you took Liam to prom doesn't mean you're gonna stay with him forever or something. You could end up with a zebra.
Yeah, true. Still, of all things, a zebra?
Listen, the game was just so freaked out by my incredible giraffe impression, they had to choose a different animal.
Yes. Fair enough.
Those 2 weeks were maybe the most epic and absurd weeks of our lives. After the monster prom, we kept living our lives, falling in love, battling for friendship, and learning about who we were and who we could be. And you know what? Like it always does, life happened. And it was wonderful. Liam honed his most admirable skill and got a job with it. He now designs Momentgram filters. So we dedicated the next several years to writing her most ambitious fanfic ever. It focused on the struggles of Shaggy containing and controlling his limitless power. Delved into the psychological nuances of the Mystery Gang, while also including crossovers with Akira, Flubber, and the unbearable lightness of being. It was said to mix Tolstoy's mastery of prose and the juiciness of a very juicy Big Mac. It ended up entering the Western literary canon. Vera realized she was a character in a video game, which infuriated her. She spent her life making connections and building power because she's not a part of the game, she plays the game. So be careful, maybe now she's the one pulling your strings. For those 2 weeks, Monster Prom seemed larger than life, and then it was gone, just like that. The battle for Monster Prom might have ended then, but there were plenty of battles left in that war called youth. Once again, we were young and unafraid, and we were ready to start. She not only put our ship back in the harbor, there was a hole blasted in it. Our ship sank.
There.
Oh well.
There's always next time.
There is always next time. Which I think might not happen tonight, because I am very tired.
Fair enough.
But as always, I have had a wonderful time. being young and unafraid and ready to attempt going to the monster prom.
Yes, I've had a wonderful time as well.
Also, that last Polaroid before that one, when they were all like at the laundromat, do we all live on campus or whatever? Is that what I'm picking up on?
Guess it's as good as mine.
Ah, great, the Slayer's on the roller coaster. All these Polaroids are so damn ass cute. I'll never get over it.
Yes.
Also, dedicated orgy planner. Big fan of that. Listen, all the freaking... With all these characters, there's probably bound to be like some kind of fucking secret mass orgy ending or something that I just don't know about.
That, or if there isn't, someone probably made a mod for it.
That is also true. There's this one artist person that I follow. They did some mods for this where they made like some Danganronpa characters into monsters and put them in it. I forget which ones. 9 new images in the gallery. But it would help if I could click on the right damn ass thing for once. Cheese and rice. Listen, when your brain has the eepies, it's hard to do the things right.
And that is perfectly okay.
Alright. You have anybody that you follow who's on that you would like to go and hang out with?
Let's see.
I forgot you were not on the closing screen, so we gotta hang out here on the main menu screen for a minute. Otherwise, I'll be talking to you, but no one else will be able to hear you, and it'll just be awkward for everybody involved.
Ah, yes. And we don't want that. Unfortunately, no. I do not have anyone.
Fair enough. Why are there like 3 people that I follow who are doing freaking Monster Hunter Wilds? Do they not know that's not the new hip hop happening game of the moment?
And pray tell, what is the new hip hop happening game of the moment?
I mean, you said it earlier, the Oblivion remake or remaster.
Very true.
There's only like, oh wait, there's 2 people that I follow who are on that. Let me see. Yeah, you know what? We can do that. We've gone and hung out with Fia before, and it looks like she's trying Oblivion for the first time with the remaster, so let's go say hi. It would help if I would type out her name right. Yeah. Thank you again for coming and hanging out. Like I said, as always, it's a wonderful time.
Yes, thank you for having me.
Of course. And I know you said once you get your whole PC set up, you're gonna be getting back into streaming eventually?
Yep, that is the plan.
And have you decided like, what kind of stuff you're gonna be playing yet? Or is it just a matter of let's
Oh.
get there first?
It's a bit of both. Like, I have a backlog of games that I can't play because my laptop can't handle them. And it's also, let me actually get the PC actually able to turn on first.
Okay, fair enough. Well, whenever you get to that point, we will be there showing you all the cafe love, and I will bring you all of your to-go orders.
Aw, thank you.
Of course. But until then, everybody go get some rest, hydrate, get some snacks, and we will see you next time!